Hey, everyone.
Evening, happy Monday. Hope everybody's doing good tonight.
And we're going to get right into this with saying hello to Jan and Peaceful Des and Lynn. And the Moose was in here. And Canadian Family Life.
Hi, Tiffany.
And let's see, who else came in here then? Oh, those guys talk a lot. Oh, Troy. Hey, Troy. I got to meet Troy last weekend at the meetup. Or was the weekend before last?
It was the Mid America
meetup. Yeah,
that's the Mid America. There's so many of them going on. You got to be specific.
Yeah. So we got to meet Troy, and he's here tonight. And Devil Dog, Hoorah, Devil Dog. He came in, and Simply Jan's still in here. Devil Dog talk a lot. Hey, John with Johnny and stuff and J, and then trying to scroll through so we try to get through here. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
You do?
Tim Mitchell. Welcome in, Tim. My residence grandma. Welcome
Renaissance
in.
Grandma.
Renaissance Grandma. I'm sorry.
Slow down. Take a breath. Relax.
Yeah, you know. Hey, Ed Whistle Stop. He's in here.
We got Jan the box, by the way.
Yes, we did. And then there's Beth at BN Odyssey. BNS Odyssey. BNS Odyssey. I get it right.
Beth and Neil.
And Teresa Jigowitz. Welcome in, Teresa. Karen Lucy. Mark from Corner Clubhouse. Cobalt. Welcome in. And Mark. Let's say Leanne. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's Charlene Grady.
It started again, Jan. It would stop for an hour, long enough for me to
stop
feed.
for enough to do anything.
Well, I got to feed.
Of course, it's swampy out there. Then Scott's here for Lone Cross. And hey, Kevin, the boss, he's in here.
Heather from
Heather Milk and Honey. And Neil from Treasure Hunter, Neil. Scratch and Pete's in here, and Rambling with the Brahm and Scott's in here, and Virginia Alexander's in here. Wow!
I made the coleslaw. It was a hit. Thank you.
And then Peter from Old Man King Homestead, he's in here. We hit 29 people in here already. Wow, that's pretty good.
Charlene Grady.
I said, yes, I said you can say hello to her too. I did once. And just scanning through the names. They're all saying hello to each other and talking amongst themselves. And then Christine Betts came in. And I said Virginia. And there's Jaden. She's in here. Oh. That sounds like 20. It seems like 29 people I said hello to already. And that just jumped up again, didn't it?
That was Old Man King Homestead that you just buzzed past.
I said hello to him already.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Peter. And then Fair Brick Studio, welcome in. Christine Betts, Karen, and I said Tim Mitchell. And
Wait, slow down.
I'm caught up.
Go back up.
Where?
I'm glad you liked it, Susanna Mason. Yeah. Virginia Alexander gave me the copycat KFC recipe for the coleslaw.
All right. So we're caught up. So you want to...
Jerry, it's your agenda. I have no idea.
Hey, there's Belt Loop. Can you believe that? He's at work.
We just passed 29. We're at 28.
They're at 28 now. Somebody left. Somebody left. Better get somebody else come back in. We're at 29. And now we're back down to 28. Bummer.
Excuse me.
If you were here last week, you know what today is. Today's Memorial Day weekend. And
Memorial Day
Monday. And hey. We had the word for the giveaway. Is it? Everybody should know what it is. If you can't, you can ask Jan because she'll tell you.
It's in there.
And
Jesse and Lisa. Jesse's in. What did I win? Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Have to spin the wheel first.
Yeah, I put the word in too. It's not a spin the wheel. It's not doing a wheel. We're doing.
It's a joke, Jerry, based on.
Oh, we're doing hashtags. Okay.
Jesse does a wheel.
All right, so we want to pause for a moment of silence for remembrance of all the veterans and
those
people
that have passed.
Those that have passed. Yeah.
Serving our country.
So let's pause for a minute, guys, and just remembrance of them. Okay, so thank you very much for that. And we said hello to Heather, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're watching this on the replay, please type it in the message replay so we know who got a chance to go back and watch it. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the views. And let's start with the trap.
Mm-hmm.
I put out a bee trap to catch a swarm on it was a week ago Thursday. Yeah, a week ago Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We went out last Thursday, and behold, we had a swarm in there. So now we're up to 4 hives. So we went Sunday, and there's a video that will be coming out on it.
Karma.
Oh, welcome in, Karma. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. There'll be a video on the 4 hives, me putting them together and stuff. But we went out and got some more beehives from a guy, a professional beekeeper, who went out of business. He got rid of all his bees, and he had all these boxes left over.
Well, he did it with his dad or his father-in-law.
His dad and his brother.
And dad passed, and brother wasn't interested,
and
so he disbanded last year. And he has one of those
the grain
small
bins.
Grain bins.
They had 3 of them.
Chock full. Well, yeah, 3 of them. Chock full of boxes and frames and tops and supers and all that
everything
stuff.
You think about.
So, and he knows pretty much where everything is, but they put an ad out last year that we went and checked out, and got a good.
Well, they didn't put an ad out. They told the club about it, and Jess told me. Jess told me about it, and I went up and picked up a bunch of boxes for Jess and me.
Okay.
And then now that we had a swarm that took off, we got we split that we did, and then the next swarm, I didn't have enough boxes for all those, so I went out and bought some more, and he made me a super deal. I mean, he gave me an awesome deal. So
you have a little work to do on them.
I got to clean them up and paint them and all that, but they're still the main boxes and the bottoms there. They just got to mainly paint roller would do most of the work.
Right.
So anyways, that's
so we did that on Sunday.
And then
between rain.
Right. And then we went and got the bees that were out in the swarm trap and brought them in and put them in their new spot, but we have not put them in a new home yet. So they got to stay in the new spot for 3 days before we put them in a new home. So that was one.
And we had to go out and do that like when it was almost dark.
Yeah. So
and it was very slushy still out there at that time.
Slippery. And Susan almost fell in the mud.
You did a really good job taking it down by yourself.
Yeah.
It was a little awkward.
It was heavy.
A little awkward because you have to climb up this stand that used to go on a deer stand, and we're a tree kind of sitting stand, right?
Yeah.
But we took the ladder part off, and we used that to.
Neil found a swarm. None of the beekeepers were interested in it. Well, I don't know why they're not, because a swarm of bees, or you buy a nuke of bees, it's almost $300. So if you can find them for free, my motto: if it's free, it's for me.
Well, Karma's they found a swarm at her mother-in-law's and found somebody who wants it.
That's how
Jerry's first hive came from, was a swarm that just caught. But anyway, when we brought it back, we had to build this foliage.
Oh yeah, I had to put a bunch of this new brush in front of it because of the doorway, so it makes them work on getting out, because they don't just get out and then go back to where they were at, because we're trying to keep them in the hive. And I haven't even gone out there today to see if they've been coming out or not, but I'm sure they have been. But anyways, that was that. On Saturday we had visitors here, and Kathy and Brian with Resourceful Living Homestead
down in Arkansas.
From Arkansas came up, and I told them they'd come up because they asked me about it. They needed a cage for a grow out cage for baby rabbits, and I had an extra cage, so I told them they could have it. So they came up and got that, and they brought their grandson with them, and he was out there petting on Kitty and petting on Trudy. And look, he wanted to pet on a llama, but we warned him about that.
Yeah.
So
I think he had fun. We got to gabbing a bit too much for him. I think he was only
7. He was ready to go eat something. So let's say hello to our posse here, since we're up and I just see Ann Dale come in here. Thought I did. Don't know. Maybe I just
dreamed it.
Yeah, I may have dreamed it. I did see Penny in here. So I'll start off with the Wranglers, and the first Wrangler we have is Belt Loop. He was the very first one to join the posse, and then after that we have Peaceful Dez, and we have Heaven's Fire 18, Simply Jan Homestead, Quint Nelson, Tim Mitchell, Just Doing Our Best. And my other keeper, Molly, best hunters catch, pest hunters best catch. My Renaissance grandma, outdoors with Big Matt, and a Duncan family farm. And now Susan's gonna do what
Kentucky Pepper 5, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, The Stock Explorer, Godwin Honey, Andale Homestead, The Moose 1829, Derek Fowler 1973, Sweet Acre Koi Farm, Pure Okie, Penny Ortiz, Gale Southern Living, Rich Cat Ranch, and there's our posse. Thank you all. You've been such a lot of help lately.
And Penny, the reason you have a 2 in front of your name is because you actually have 2 memberships.
Don't know how.
I don't know how you did it, but you have 2 memberships, and you have one membership's 1 month old and one membership 3 months old. So we thank you anyways. But anyway, that's what that is.
So
what's next?
I don't know. You've got the list.
No, I don't have it. Let's make a list. You usually do.
You said you had lots to talk about.
Well, I thought we did. Yeah. Should we just end it right now then?
Yeah, 15 minutes. Shortest live ever.
What? That's Daisy talking to us. She wants something.
She's been in the house all day because of the rain. They don't go out when it rains.
What? But you can't go out there because there's a birdie out there.
I don't even. Yeah, we've got something going on here that.
I hear another dog too.
Keep it under wraps.
Oh, that's in the bedroom. She hears herself echoing.
We got something going on that we're kind of excited about, but we're not going to say anything.
No, we're not going to say anything.
Nope. It's going to be a big story.
Yeah,
it's a big story for us because
it's cool.
It's very cool. It's hey, leave the cat alone.
You can't leave her alone. He's giving her about business.
So it rained all day. Let's see. It rained the last 3 nights during the night. And
we've had over 4.25 inches of rain for the month of May so far.
Too much. And
like 4 inches too much.
But it's too much water. Grass is growing, but we still have to get out there and cut it, which would be really nice to do. But the other thing is that I don't know what the rain is supposed to make you restful most times and sleep better, but it seems to get our dogs going and sometimes they're up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and somebody's got to get up and take care of them and that type of thing. Daisy thanks, Christy. She is a really good dog, and she hasn't escaped. I don't want to say she's escaped, but she's
gotten out a couple times.
She's taken advantage of us not paying attention to the gate.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
One time.
Hey,
One time.
That's okay.
And how many times for you?
I don't know, probably about 10. But
You had one job.
But what I want to say is that she's doing better. Pete has had 10 inches of rain for the month of May.
Oh my Lord.
Hold still. She doesn't dart off and run.
She comes back to Susan.
She's coming back. Like she'll go out. She's gotten out on me a couple of times through the back door, and she goes out and circles the chicken coop and finds the chicken every once in a while, and I'm able to call her in. And the last time she got out,
we're talking about you.
She did go across the street, but she didn't like take off. She came back. She heard her voices. We got her, off her fixation of whatever it was, and she came back. But what she's talking about now is that she'd really like to go out on the porch, but we kind of want to keep her in. No, it's raining again. It's raining.
And she don't care if it's rain, snow, sleet, hail. She goes out there and she could care less if she gets wet. Where all the other dogs go out there tiptoeing out there, if it's wet out here, she goes out there and almost rolls around in it. Yeah. I think you got a lot more husky in you than you look. You know that? Because huskies like their rain. You're supposed to be a German Shepherd.
She's got the look.
German Shepherd Husky is what you are.
She's got the look.
Get down now. I get you. That's enough kisses.
I know most of you know this, and I find this interesting. It's not an observation, but we haven't even been on we're scheduled to go in August on this Alaska cruise. It's this big, not vacation, but celebrations of several different things for me and Jerry, and we're gearing up for it. And we got like some excursions. It's a once in a lifetime. So we're gonna make it a great memory. Blah blah blah, and we haven't even gone on this one, and Jerry's already got our next one planned out.
I'm not planning out nothing. I'm just saying that all these things are popping up. So some good deals.
Good deals.
To cruises to Hawaii.
Yeah.
From San Diego to Hawaii, 8 days for $1,400. I'm thinking like, what's the catch here? It's like it's too cheap. I even looked at an 18-day cruise. It went down to Hawaii, went around Hawaii, then it went over to Mexico, and then came back to I think it was San Francisco. Went out of San Francisco, went to Hawaii, went around all the islands in Hawaii, then it went over to Mexico, and then back to Alaska. To San Francisco. But it was like $2,400 for 18 days. And I thought, how can?
And most of it was out to sea.
Well, yeah, there was 3 days
coming and going.
Yeah, to Hawaii. 3 days out there. 3 days back to when I went to Mexico, and then like 1 day from Mexico back up to that was the sea days. But still, the food alone. Kevin told me today the food on the ships are awesome, and I'm thinking the food's that good on board ships, and how can they afford to do it for less than $100 a day? Well,
but they have a line, they have a break even, and everything, over and above, and it's it depends, Belt Loop on. Yeah, there were several places it could either be San Diego, Los Angeles.
If we went to San Diego, we park our car at a friend's house.
Yeah, we would drive.
And we'd drive there and park our car at a friend's house, and he'd watch it. He'd take us down to the ship and pick us up. So yeah, there were some great deals, Teresa. I mean, it just kind of. I mean, I was like, is this really true? Is it really that cheap?
And it was different. It was different. I think it was called Cheap Cruises, is what he.
No, it was named Cheap Cruises like that. It was
that was the site, and they had a bunch of them.
And they had a bunch of different ships too.
Yeah, different cruise lines.
Different cruise lines, and they had Carnival cruises, and NCL cruises. They had some things I haven't heard of yet before.
Holland,
but they were all some really good deals. And that was for like the outside room or a balcony was those prices I was mentioning. But I looked at the inside rooms were like $938 for inside room, and then if you had a balcony, it was like $1,300. It was just if you had outside room, it was like $1,200. It was just I couldn't get over I thought, why is this so cheap? So I like to go to Hawaii, so we may in the next 4 or 5 years go on a cruise to Hawaii. You know, I like to sell this place and just live on the cruise lines. Not that had never
No.
happened. I go stir crazy.
Yeah.
I was already in the military for 4 years.
Well, what's that got to do with cruises?
Hey, I was on a cruise all the time.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it.
We was always on board ship.
My sister told me that her daughter-in-law and son-in-law do a lot of cruises and whatever. And I said, how can they do that? You know, they're both retired. I don't know that they had that many in their quarters. They did work for the state because they worked for the prison system. She said, Susan, they just wait until he's such a not a negotiator, but he's such a bargain hunter. And she said they just wait till like the last month or the last 3 weeks when a cruise needs to fill up, and they get on there for they got their bags packed. They get on for like $500 a piece and just go on their way.
Yeah, I was thinking that they can afford to do that. Though.
Well, they're in California, so
still for $500 a piece. That's for 7 days.
Yeah,
that's less than $100 per person, and all the food that you get.
I'm just throwing out 500. There's Tim Mitchell's wife, Civvy, cooking with the Munchie Mafia officially. Except Civvy.
Civvy? Did you say Civvy?
I think so.
Welcome in, Civvy. So, anyways,
that's our cruise talk.
Yeah,
we're getting close.
We're less than 90 days away.
Well, hey, we went down to the post office on Friday and took care of your passport.
Right. We did that. We got my passport taken
care of. He said
4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks. And you get your birth certificate back after that.
Yeah, we kept that.
And he says, and Jerry says, well, so-and-so, and I'm just saying so-and-so. I don't want to say who so-and-so is. So somebody said to him, well, we did ours online, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, that's okay. But, if you make one error, and I had an error on your application that I didn't catch but if you make one error, it just screws up the timing, So
and he also said there's a lot of scammers out there and he said the woman lost $2,000 or.
Yeah, the post office guy was telling us that, and he had to take Jerry's picture twice because the first one wasn't acceptable.
I cracked the camera.
It wasn't acceptable for the lighting. It was, and that was on his part. But anyway, he, I didn't mind. It was a little extra, I think, for some processing and whatever. But I didn't mind. I just wanted to be sure that it was done right. And
excuse me.
He didn't guarantee us 4 to 6 weeks, but that's the end of June, first part of July.
We have plenty of time.
We still have a month right in there to play with. But I'd already figured out that I was going to use the month of June to get, the things we want to take with us. I saw some awesome suitcases through Jesse and Lisa's website that I'm going to get for us to fly with. They're
and then
hard.
And then also we looked at what did I say now? I was going to say. Oh, you got our room when we come back booked.
Yep, I got
the night that we come back. We're going to stay there, and then we're going to fly out the next night. But we don't fly out till 11:59 on Monday night. It's on September 1st, 11:59 at night, and we go from Seattle to Minneapolis.
And we leave there.
And we stay there for 5 hours, and we fly out of there at like 5:29 in the morning. And then we fly, what's that say? I was like,
it's Penny talking.
Yeah. What's she say about?
Well, finish.
Okay. And we fly out there, and we come back to Arkansas at 10:50 something.
Yeah.
So we'll be home like at noon on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. What does she say here?
Could be.
Oh, that may be true.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, there's Ann Philbeck. Welcome in, Ann.
Hi, Ann.
She just popped in. I just saw her pop in. I don't know if she's been here a while.
Yeah,
I might have missed it.
I'm sure it's just now because she said hello. So anyway, we're checking off the boxes of our cruise list because it's 5 days away.
About 88 days away.
Yeah.
Before we fly out. I think it says 89 or 90 on the thing, but that's when we actually leave, and we're going up 2 days early.
Why are we going 2 days early?
So we can go down to the fish market and hang
we're
out
gonna
down
do all
there.
that,
We're going
okay.
to do all the stuff in Seattle.
Okay.
Because we get back, we're not, we have just a day, and my sister might come up.
That's true. Or Heather.
Or Heather might come up, and we might meet Heather there for
in
lunch.
person, not Heather on a stick.
No, we won't have it. We haven't seen the Heather on the stick yet, but we may see the real Heather in person. She wasn't here. I don't know if she's still on is or not, but there she is. She's laughing.
That's why I haven't, Scotty, gotten the new driver's license, because I have a passport, and I paid for it, and I've got one trip on it, and I'm going to have this next trip on it.
And if you still leave the country, you have to have a passport.
Yeah, you leave. Yeah, but I use it to fly back and forth to California as well.
So, anyways, what else? I put a post out there on our a post page. It used to be a community page. Now
Still a community
it's called
page.
Well, it doesn't say community page. It's called Post now, about our grandson who was off in California with his folks right now, and he jumped off a cliff. And there's a short. He sent me a short of him jumping off the cliff, and I posted on his page. If you guys haven't seen his page, and you guys,
Go ahead.
And you guys don't mind, go check his page out. Go check out he's got 5 horror videos on there, and subscribe to him, because he gets so excited when he goes over, like he went over 50. He was so excited he went over 50. And
what is his page name?
Miles Grinder Fishing and Outdoors. Okay. But if you go to the post, there's a video there that you can click on.
Yep.
Watch him jump off the cliff, and you can subscribe from there.
Thank you, Scotty. So Cindy says that what day are we going to be in Seattle? Maybe we can meet for lunch. That would be her and Tim.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm sorry.
We're going to fly in sometime on Friday.
Evening.
So we're there all day Saturday, and then we'll get on the ship on Sunday.
Yes.
And then when we come back, I think
we'll get there at 5:00 Friday evening.
Yeah. Well, then when we get back, we get disembarked from the ship on Sunday the 31st, and we're at all day at a hotel
on Sunday and Monday, and we leave Monday night.
Well, but Sunday we get off the ship in the afternoon.
No, I thought it was 7:00 in the morning. Well, whatever time the ship gets back, whether it's Sunday.
And our hotel that we're having in when we get there is down by the port. The hotel we're in that we're staying when we get back is near the airport.
Right.
So we'd love to work something out with you guys. That would be awesome if you're available.
Tim, if you want, just send me an email. I'll give you my phone number, and we can stay in contact that way.
Thanks, Jan, for watching Miles' videos.
Yes.
We thank you for on his behalf, because he's a teenager.
Yeah, he's a teenager, but he's so funny. He came down here and saw that we were at that time we were at 69 or 70,000. And he looked at us. He says, "You guys are famous." And we're like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, he gets so excited, it cracks me up, because he's so excited about something. It's just. We
just like to. I like to gab.
I just think it's funny. I laugh at him because he's so excited. So then when he got 25 subscribers, and Devil Dog and Gary and a bunch, and Dez and a few others that were in Devil Dog's live one night subscribed to him. He was just bubbling over that fact that he was, had 25, and then he got to 50. He called me, "I'm on 50, I'm on 50," and I just laugh at him. I said, "Yeah, So,
oh yeah, Jesse says they'll start disembarking at 8 a.m. by color code.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we are there Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, so we're there Sunday afternoon and Monday afternoon, and then we'll be there until Monday night, which we will have to find something to do from the time we check out of the hotel on Monday until Monday night, 11:59.
Well,
kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Before we get to there.
Before we actually fly to the airport. So,
anyway, we'll work something out.
So you go look at our post, our community page, whatever you want to call it. There's a video in there. You can go check him out, and you guys wouldn't mind. I appreciate if you subscribe to him. So I like to see him get excited. So yeah, he gets pretty close to getting 100. He's at 54, I think, this morning. So, anyways, yeah. So Devil Dog, we are hoping to have fun too, because it's going to be when we got married, we never had a honeymoon. We had kids live with us stuff. So this is going to be like our honeymoon. our 41st wedding anniversary, which is in July.
Right.
And our actually really first vacation where we weren't really, had a time crunch type thing. We, relax on the ship and, walk around, get to the shows and, just have a good time.
Yeah. Thanks, Jesse, for the link.
What's that? Oh,
Yeah, Miles.
yeah. Thanks, Jesse.
He'll be 16 next month.
Yeah. And he won't be able to go fishing in California for free anymore. Oh, he's at 59. That's cool.
That's awesome.
So we have why on Saturday we were here, our little Ursula decided that she was going to jump the fence with Kathy and Brian being here, and so we end up moving all the cows. Weren't going to move them that day. We were going to move on Sunday, so we moved a day early.
She saw the grass was green on
the
other side,
and so she jumped the fence. And she's our fence jumper. She's not the one that jumped and got away. We always have kept planning keeping her, because she's half Charlet and half Angus,
and she's a white cow,
and she's white, and so she throws different colored babies. One time she threw a black one.
No, that was her.
That was her.
Did she do black?
She threw a black one. Her first one was a black one.
She hasn't had her second one.
Yeah, she hasn't had her second one yet. She's close.
But her mother has thrown white calves and black calves.
And then we have a cow that we call now brown.
How now brown cow.
How now brown cow, and she threw a white calf, and she's throwing black calves. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting.
We kind of want to keep those ones because the mothers are our partner's cows, and he could come pick them up anytime he wants. We can tell him to come get them. But I like I like seeing color out there. I don't, seeing all the black ones. It's okay, and they're all and I.
But you can tell when she's jumped the fence though, because she's always bright white. Like, what are you doing over here? In the wrong
spot.
So, but her mother was a jumper when she came here. But her mother stopped jumping, but she hasn't got that jumping out yet. So, anyways,
Jan says Charolais are known for fence jumping.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not surprised. As big as they are, I'm surprised they can do it, because they're as they get older, they get a lot bigger. Mm-hmm. Her mother's like half again as big as she is.
Yeah.
Her mother's a big cow, but her mother's calmed down. Her mother came here; she was wacko. She was cycle cow, and she's calmed down a lot now. So it must be our grass. Grass is making her chilling her out.
fake TBS,
yeah,
fake CBT or whatever. No, it's not Psycho Miles. It's Psycho White Cow. Anyway.
No, Devil Dog said he's a psycho for jumping off the fence, off the cliff.
Oh,
Miles know he to be a cliff jumper, and he said he's a psycho Miles because he jumps off the cliff. Yeah, that was. I saw that one. Whoa! I don't know if I could. I don't think I could have done that. I've jumped off the side of a ship, but that's different. I knew what's under there. Up there, unless I had gone in the water and checked it all out, I don't know if I'd jump without checking out. But he also said the water was really cold, so it's probably coming off the mountains up there in Oregon, because that's where they were. They went from California to Oregon to see Christine. So he's up there in Jesse's mother-in-law's area.
Yeah, Blue Country.
So you want to do the giveaway now? What time is it?
Sure.
36 minutes in, so we can do that now. Okay, if you guys all got the word in, or if you're like Jan and don't remember what the word was, and I looked at her, she put in last week's word, and I started laughing. I called this, that's not this week's word, it's last week's. She said, well, I wasn't in there in time. I said, it doesn't work. You got to know the word is. And she got it, and then she told Des, and Des got it all in there. So anyways, if you guys don't know, their Canadian Family Life just put it in there for you.
Hey, Ralph, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Ralph. Welcome in. So we're going to post this up here, and then I'm going to go in the bedroom, and I'm going to go.
You put my thing up?
Oh, you want to show what you're doing, huh? This is what we're giving away. Oh, I don't know if I can. See, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this, and share, and tab.
Chit chat.
And, see, I don't know that. I'll just bring it up the other way. Let's see if I can do it that way. Let's see.
No space, Jan.
Let me think of your share screen. Entire screen. It's gonna be this screen we're gonna show on here, and then I'm gonna have to click out of it real quick. So it didn't work.
No space, Tim Mitchell.
Okay, so we're gonna go to here. That's what it is, guys. So it's a flag. It's not the holder. It's just the flag.
Garden flag.
A garden flag. So
red, white, and blue.
I'm gonna stop sharing it now and go back to our page, the page we're on. Okay, so you got to see it. So all right, here we go. Hey, Dutch Barbecue's in here.
Daddy Dutch Barbecue.
Welcome in.
Yeah, I thought I liked the flower part on it too, Virginia, and they had a red background, but I liked the blue background better, so that's what I did.
Hey, I'm sorry, I gotta cut the sound back.
Okay.
All right. So this is it. We got 23 people in here out of 32. So I'm going to count to 5. You guys got 5 seconds to type it in.
Jennifer, how are you tonight?
5, 4.
I gotta get my pencil ready.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Who's gonna get it? 1, 2, 3.
Simply
oh
Jan.
My gosh. Oh my gosh. Jan. I will. Congratulations, Jan. I will bring it to Jesse says I never #never win. Did you put the word in?
I didn't see the word go in.
I think I don't know. Anyway, I will get that. I'm gonna send it Amazon. I don't want to have it come here. I might keep it, so I'll get it to you. I'll get it ordered the next day or so. Well, it's possible. Jerry says, we're sending out all this stuff that and I like some of it. So I ordered us the set of gnome.
Yes. And Jesse, that the sign for the guard llama, what is it? I can't remember what it says now. The guard llama sign
that you found.
We went to go order it, and it was no longer. It was temporarily unavailable. So we found it today. It was available, so we ordered it. So it will be here. So it's going to go out in front of the llama, so people can be aware that
the weather being nice, they're going to be walking up and down the street and all that kind of stuff.
So people won't be over there getting spit on. Hope.
And then trying to sue us for it.
Kevin, what do you mean rigged?
Hey, Kathy, how are you tonight?
That just means that you got to have some work to put the flag out. Kevin says it was rigged.
I saw that. I ignored him.
Oh.
I ignored him.
Anyways, hey, Kathy, you just missed Daisy was chatting here a couple minutes ago. She's laying down sleeping.
Everybody's sleeping now.
Talking gets her tired, I guess. Anyway, so that's done.
So now that this week is done.
So what's next week's word?
Next week's word, and I skipped a page.
This
is kind of weird. I was gonna do. Okay, I was gonna do what the National Day was for June 2nd, but then I thought, well, I can do this ahead of time and help, and advertise maybe a little bit. So the word next week is Ozark, and because Jan's Ozark YouTube meetup is coming up the following weekend.
Right.
So Ozark is the word. Ozark. But I will tell you that next week, June 2nd, is National Rocky Road Ice Cream Day. It was a toss up what I was going to do.
Now hold on. I mean, Devil Dog wants to know how Kitty's doing. Kitty's doing fine. She was out there when Kathy and Brian was there, and their little grandson got to pet her. She's slicked up really, really nice. I mean, she's, her.
And did you check her out? She's
Yeah.
eating.
She must be eating and drinking. Because she wouldn't be alive this long. Yeah, it's been a week.
I'm sorry, it's been 2 weeks.
I mean, it's been a week to stop giving her a bottle.
Yeah, but she's been out there 2 weeks.
But in a week since we stopped giving her a bottle.
It's been a lot longer than that.
Well, and so she would be dead if she wasn't.
Yeah.
If she wasn't drinking, so she's doing good, but she still thinks that she should come in the house.
Yeah, because she does try to get in the door when I go in and out.
And when I was out there, she climbed up on me and wanted me to hug her and hold her and stuff. She'll always be probably a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's I like that because that way I could handle her babies and don't have to. Maybe she'll let my babies come up to me easy and keep them tame too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
no, she's doing good. She's integrating herself. She's still a little standoffish, but there's a couple others like that too. So I'm not concerned about it.
Yeah.
But they all hear the mule come up, and so they know it's going to be feeding time or something. They're going to start getting some attention or something. Whatever. They were pretty wet because it rained most of today. When I looked in their huts, the huts are pretty wet too. So I'm not sure if the
I hope the huts keep them dry.
Well, they need to be turned a little bit more east, but they need to be moved off of where they're at right now because.
So they need to go out there and move them to another location.
Yeah, just flip them around and move them out. So, anyway, but no, she's.
Yes, Kathy. So am I. I'm sick of it. I mean, I want to cut hay real bad because I don't have any hay left. I fed all the hay I have, so now I have to. Watch the donkeys when they go through the last bale they have. They're going to have to start going on grass because I have no more hay to give them. So, and I need it to stop raining so it'll dry out, and then I can cut. And I have to have about 2 to 3 days to cut, rake, and bale. And it's a swamp here too. So,
hopefully,
I don't want it to stop raining and just stop. We
don't want drought conditions.
Yeah, complete drought stuff. But I would like it to stop raining for about 2.5 weeks, so I can get hay cut and put up, and then it can start raining again because I'll get fertilizer on it to help the grass grow again. But it's bad. I should have gone to Mid America. I should have cut hay that week because that was a week that was no rain. I could have cut wheat
and it was dry.
I could have cut it and got it put up and stuff, but I didn't because I went to Mid America. So
it'll get done.
I know it'll get done. It just
hopefully sooner than later because the later it gets to being cut for the first cutting dictates whether we'll have enough for a second cutting, which we usually do in October.
Right.
Yeah.
So September, October.
Keep our fingers crossed.
So anyways. Ann says perfect weather today is here in Virginia. Great for peas.
My garden's actually starting to take off. I'm kind of excited by that, and I've only got still some tomato plants to get planted that I bought through the FFA group, but they're okay, and they're going to get in the ground the next day or so, and then I need to plant some beans.
Yeah.
And then go back through and check, see what's growing and what's not growing, and
I don't know,
do the Gale thing where I reseed everything.
I don't know the bale video is out yet or not. I can't remember when it's coming out. But anyways, there'll be a video. If it hasn't come out yet, there'll be a video coming out that shows hay bales in a tote, straw bales in a tote, not hay, straw. And those are working out really good. Yeah. And then you guys saw the potato sack. Our dog food bags, and I've had a lot of comments on those. That was a great idea. So people have been saving their dog food bags up, and the potatoes are really starting to take off.
Yeah. Oh, I have sweet potatoes to plant.
Oh yeah, you got sweet potatoes.
I got really lucky. I had a brand. I was going to try a different brand from my local MFA store, and they had 4 different types. And when I went in there, and they get them the 1st of May, and when I went in there, they had 4 packs of 20. There's 25 in each pack. They had 4 packs of only one type, Georgia Jet left. I thought, holy crap. I thought I was doing okay on my timing. Well, I wasn't. I snagged it
Well,
up.
you don't know how much they ordered too. They may have not got as many as they thought they were going to get too.
That is true, but they had 4 varieties.
But Karen, the potatoes are doing good. They're really starting to get foliage on them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting because this year we can pick those bags up and they'll be full of potato stuff, and take them over instead of dumping the whole tote and then sitting there picking up all the rock like we did last year. All you have to do is just take the bag over, cut the bag, dump all the potatoes out in one of our low spots, and let the dirt stay there. Hello.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Unless you want to scoop it back up.
We'll see.
And we may just cut it on a tarp and scoop them back up and use it for something else.
We might try and do a fall garden.
Well, we can do that. We can cut them on a tarp.
Yeah.
Dump them on a tarp, then go through, get the potatoes out, and then just pick up all the dirt and put it back in something else.
Yeah, we might do that.
But anyway,
they have to grow first. We have to get ready.
They are starting to grow though.
Yeah.
And the survivor seeds are starting to pop.
Yeah, those pumpkins, boy.
Yeah, the pumpkins are doing good.
Pumpkins are doing really good.
So,
but there's getting some beets are coming up, some tomatoes are coming up, and carrots are finally coming up, and the kidney beans. Not a whole lot of all of it, but and the bee garden, the bee sanctuary flowers are just
more
really
flowers every day.
Yeah, my bucket ones are doing really good too. So I'm happy with all of that. And I appreciate all the rain because I haven't got myself, I have to get myself in a mindset of what days I'm going to go out and water. If it's every other day and, I need to do it first thing in the morning kind of thing. And I haven't got my head wrapped around that yet. So the rain's helped a lot. So I don't have to worry about.
And we got to be sure we water from the pump house instead of the house, because the house has, we think last year that the house water, which is a soft water, and it's treated with salt, we think that had a little bit to do with our growth last year. Non-growth. It's stunting growth.
Yeah,
it stunted the growth, and we think that salt with taking all the minerals out of it and stuff kind of hurt the plants. So this year we're trying to water everything with the water comes right out of the well and not before it goes through the water softener.
Right. Doing that, it got like 2 or 3 hoses hooked together because we got the gardens, and they're out away from the well house, and then we have to drag the hose around to the front of the house so we can water all the what do you call it, trees. And Phil Beck's husband said yes to bees for honey. His dad was a bee farmer and sold his honey.
Yes,
we're kind of excited about our bees.
We're very excited about the bees because we're hoping they have honey to give away.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we'll be giving away honey on here. Oh, that's one thing. Jan, since you're on here, and I keep me forgetting to ask you, would you like me to bring some candles that I made for put on the table? I don't know how much stuff you have. I don't know. I don't want to overload the table, so there's a lot of stuff.
The giveaway table?
Yeah, the giveaway table. If you would like, I'll bring some candles I made it's a combination of beeswax and another wax, and they seem to burn pretty good. Okay, I'll bring them. I'll bring 4 or 5 of them, I guess. Because I have a few of them. I got a bunch of beeswax that's out there that I have to mix with my other wax. And
Demoose, I heard something the other day, and it never crossed my mind, but honey is the only food product that does not go bad.
Nope, it does not. What's the word for it?
It doesn't decompose or
it doesn't go rancid.
It doesn't go rancid. It does not go bad. Hi, Robin. How are you doing? Garden State so and so.
Yeah, hello, Robin. It can crystallize, but all you have to do is put a little bit of heat with it, and it reconstitutes. So,
Beeswax has the highest melting point, so the candles last a long time.
Yeah, Tim, I've got this wax that we cleaned out of a trailer for somebody, and I got 4 or 5 50-pound bags of it.
Well,
they're big chunks.
Yes, it's big chunks.
And I'm going to start melting it down and putting it in 5-gallon buckets in sections, so it's not big chunks, and then start mixing that with my beeswax
Beltloop says that they found honey in the ancient tombs of the Egyptians that is still good.
Yep, that's true. They did. They put honey with them in little vials and stuff.
Yeah. Chrissy says, were you talking about Georgia Jet sweet potatoes? Yes. That's the sweet potato I'm planting this year. In the past, I've stuck with Bogard, and they turned out pretty good. Last year we made a mistake. We won't do that again.
See what they said, that she ordered 50 and they sent her 100, close to 100. Wow.
Yeah, the company that MFA gets their slips from is in Tennessee. They got. I wanted to try the Carolina. I think it's called Carolina Red. They have Georgia Jet. They have one that starts with the V and then the Bogard. And
let's talk about what happened last year's sweet potatoes.
Well, last year's sweet potatoes, I harvested them. I let them cure. I think I cured them right. And I had these flats that I got from my food liquidation store that when I would buy packages of strawberries or raspberries, I saved them. And so once the sweet potatoes were cured, then I needed to put them someplace. And Jerry said, well, let's just put them out in the shop. It's dark out there and, it'll be just fine. I said, okay, fine. So I wrapped them in newspaper. I was going to try that method, wrapped them in newspaper and had them laying in these boxes. And so I went to get them out, I don't know, 2 months ago.
And they were all frozen. They had all froze.
They had froze.
And in the shop, because they didn't have the heaters on. When we weren't in there, they didn't put the heater on. But I also had paint in there that I used for my bees boxes that had gelled because it had froze.
It had gotten so cold.
So we learned something, that if you don't want it to freeze, don't leave it in the shop.
Well,
until I get it, maybe until I get it insulated or something.
Well, in years past, one time before when I had a good harvest of sweet potatoes, I had some kind of long box. I don't remember what it was, and I think it was a cardboard box, and it had a lid, and I was able to put it under Robert's bed. Well, there's too much junk underneath there, and I'm not going to clean it out. It's not my room. I don't live in it. But so I didn't use his room last year. We just said we would do it out in the shop. So this year we'll have to find us another place.
Teresa's with her mom in here. Thanks for bringing your mom with you. That's pretty cool. I know she's been sick. I'm hoping she's getting better. There's a lot of uses for beeswax. So
anyway,
I have
material that
I have harvested some beeswax out of the old boxes and melted them down, cleaned out all the garbage, and I got maybe a pound or two from it, but it's okay. It's
that's what you're using your crock pot for.
Yeah, that's what I'm using
a crock pot from a thrift store. For that,
and I melt beeswax in it. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, what else we got to talk about?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're coming up this week. Is just trying to.
Yeah. I'll be smoking a 23-pound pork. I guess the pork butt is what it is, really.
Pork. Yeah, pork butt.
Pork butt or raw pork butt. You don't know how you press it, but for the meetup, we'll have pulled pork. But I'm going to smoke it on Sunday. We'll start Saturday afternoon and hopefully be done Sunday morning. And
it may be longer than that because it's so big.
It's 23 pounds. It's a big butt. There's a lot of pork in that butt.
This is from the pig before the pork purchase before what we just got. And when we called his friend to see what was available, and he says, well, Jerry, I got this sow. She's about a 300-pound sow, and I really need to get her, off the farm and whatever. We said, okay, fine.
Tim just took a pork butt out of the smoker.
Man,
was that 23 pounds, Tim?
Man, oh man, it was heavy. I got it in the refrigerator in the well house defrosting right now.
Yeah.
But so I think it's going to take more than.
I'm going to start Saturday afternoon.
That's fine, but I bet you it's
Monday
before we. Or
no, I'm only smoking so long. Then I'm going to wrap it and put it in the oven. And then keep it in the oven and cook it in the oven the rest of the way.
Yeah.
To get it done enough so I can say, hey, Mike from Nebraska. That's a new one.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Welcome in, Mike from Nebraska. Anyways, that will be should be done
It would be
Sunday
a job.
afternoon, and then I'll shred it all up, and we'll package it up in a couple pound bag of things, and we'll take our I'm gonna take our, because since Tony's not going, I'm gonna take our 2-burner grill with us.
Okay, it's out in the tack room.
Yeah, and then we're gonna take a crock pot with us and heat that pork butt, pulled pork in the crock pot for people.
Okay.
So, that way. And I know some people don't eat pork, but that's okay.
Well,
There's other stuff also.
I heard when they were on last week, the ladies were talking about, we had the ladies, Ozark ladies on here.
Right.
And Linda said that from another time said that she was doing pulled chicken.
Right.
So
and then Jan's gonna have hamburgers.
There will be a variety
there. So they can use our grill to cook hamburgers on if they want.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be sure they have it, because since Tony's not bringing his Blackstone, I know mine's not Blackstone. It's a 2-grill burner, but our 2-burner grill. But I'll bring that for her, so in case if she needs it, she can use it. If she don't want to, she don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true.
So what else we have to talk about?
That's about it. I mean, if we didn't have so much rain, we could be talking about some of the fencing we get done and the gates and fixing our
and working the cows and get them out of here.
Working our
herd.
No, working our road work, alley work.
Our alleyway.
Oh yeah, we've got
ruts.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, bouncy ruts. Anyways, and then go out and check the bees, and go out and see if there's anything out there that's going in. I doubt there was, with all the rain. They probably stayed in most of the day today. Moved off their stores that they have.
Yeah. So that's about it.
Yeah. Coming to the end of May.
I know.
This is our last May live.
Yeah, we're coming up on 2 years in September. Holy cannoli.
Yep. 2 years of lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we missed one.
We missed one.
So that was just because we weren't.
And we did one that was a split.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was different.
Yeah.
So
it was. So you're gonna play the song?
Yep, and the live with our song.
Okay.
So we all appreciate everyone who's been in here tonight.
We do.
And we appreciate if you come back next week. And some of you may be getting dominoes in the mail here pretty quick, because the boxes are all done. Excuse me. The boxes are all done. I put them together the other night on Eddie's Live. So I'll be popping them out. We're going to go up and get another mold, so I can do two sets of dominoes at one time.
Wait a minute.
What?
Okay. So I checked with Rebecca. Rebecca and Nancy on Nancy's channel, Our Treasured Home, are live tonight at 8:30 Central Time. And the three sisters, the Sisters Digging in the Word, are on tonight at 7. And I don't know if Adrian of Indiana Backyard Gardener is on tonight or not. I couldn't see on her webpage.
And Kevin on Tuber Chat is still on for another hour.
Yeah, he's still got another hour to go too. So, if you need some entertainment, there's some lives you all can check into.
That's right.
So on that note,
we
start the song.
We will see you next week, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Ozark is the word. OZ.
From the West Coast to Missouri's land, we built this life with our own 2 hands. Cattle, goats, and donkeys too. Horses and llamas, we're a farm that grew. Chickens clucking, dogs running free. This is the place we're meant to be. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butlers Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin. Sunrise hits, chores outdoors on the list. Bowling lanes at night, wood crafts we twist. Jerry's on the porch, Susan's quilting art. Robert's gaming strong, each plays their part. With every day new stories unfold. Living life, it never gets old. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Mother Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the singing begin. 18 years and counting, still going strong. Meetups with friends, our journey's long. From San Diego shores to Missouri's hills, we found our home, it gives us thrills. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Mother Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the singing begin, we're the owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Mother Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the singing begin.